Why, good evening, you beautiful souls. Welcome to our early rendition of Evening Satsang. And, because the winter doesn't really feel like it's early because it's already pitch black out. So we're going to get right into this. It's important for this meditation that you remember everything that we seek is already present. There is nothing outside of you that you need. Everything here, the pureness that is your beingness that we know as me, myself, and I, is that in which we all seek in this spiritual journey, this inner looking. What we seek liberation from the suffering in the external world, we find in the inner kingdom of heaven within. So get those last few wiggles out, shake it out, let the tension out from the day, and we're going to tap right into it. So I lovingly invite you into the space of the heart, the throne of the soul, the home of this emptiness, this nothingness, this sense of self in which we will explore this evening. When you hear the first 3 taps of the singing bowl, take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, transform it into a powerful yet gentle Om. Allow this AUM note to resonate from the chest like a sigh of relief. Relax and open up the jaw for that A note. And as you close it, the divine Om will naturally resonate as the mouth closes. Simply fall in love with the emptiness, the silence, the calm, the peace. Pay no attention to the temporary happenings. Listen to this voice like music. Watch and observe within your own beingness without attachment. Allow yourself to smile if you already aren't. For it's here we fall in love with this practice, this inner looking, this letting go. Allow all to be and remain as you are, so that the pureness in which you are can unfold effortlessly, revealing that in which we are always looking for. Peace. When you hear the final tap of the singing bowl, it's here we allow ourselves to shift the attention to the sound of the bowl as it fades into silence. So too we lovingly and effortlessly let go of our affection, our attraction towards the inner sounds, the inner emotions, the sensations, and the external distractions. Who are you before you are named? What is the base, the ground of your beingness, without any personal identification? This identity we create, these conditionings we receive, and the experiences we live through based upon them. What happens when we let go of all of that? When questioning the mind, it may come up with a blank, or the many imaginary scenarios that it will create. But fundamentally, we must question and look within to determine the truth of our being. That you predate all of those things. That you go beyond them. That there is nothing in this experience that isn't observed by you, even the attachment and identifications you have with this identity, this being we know as self. So we bring it back to the same question: who are you? Before you take on this personality, these conditionings. And are you willing to let go lovingly and eagerly? Do not allow the mind or the egoic nature to bring about tension with such a question. Relax and rest assured, because in truth, you do this every night. That loving acceptance and surrender. Letting down these many guards we put up in the day. Taking off the many jackets and layers of conditioning. There's nothing more important to look at the subtleties of our human experience, for they reveal the depth of such miraculous and inspiring and breathtaking revelations. The fact you effortlessly enter in and out of states of the flow or in the zone when you're so caught up in the play of life, you lose track of time and yourself. To that very regular and consistent action of laying down to rest this character called the person, to enter into the dream state and the dreamless state. Take a nice deep breath in here. Fill yourself up with as much air, prana, this sea of vital energy and chi in which we live in. And draw in as much air as you can into the body before slowly yet effortlessly releasing the breath. Allow yourself to take these deep inhalations and exhalations until a normal rhythm and pattern is established. It's here we come to relax the body first. Utilizing the breath, we bring it back under control by releasing the tension with each exhale and drawing in that love and light with each breath. It's here we begin the process of holding space for ourselves to let go, to unfold and drop within. As the body begins to relax further with each breath, releasing more and more tension, take note of this realm in which you're observing from. Does the body seem less fidgety and more controlled and relaxed? Does it seem more automatic in nature as it's falling in love with this process of deep breathing? Most importantly, what else within this inner experience has dropped away? Are the emotions still welling up? Do the mind and the chatterings of it still run about in the head? Or are you simply being? That is the power of our own awareness. For whatever we give our gaze to, we give life. Yet when we look upon ourselves in this knowing that we are the silent witness and observer, we can begin to see quickly that all else drops away. And when combined with the detachment of this effortless breathing, we can see firsthand just how quickly the body falls in line as the horse it is to the rider that is you, the consciousness. The ego, the energy and personality of the body, the pain body, it has many names, but it is like a child. So much so that it rarely likes to sit. Look at the happenings of the mind. Are we not entertained by the quickest moving, the most rowdy and noisy thought and emotion? If one becomes restless in this state of peace and calm, it is not for you. It is because the body is simply not used to it. But just as any type of animal can be trained, one must recognize here that so too can the body. And just as everything in this experience goes, you are the perceiver, thus the creator of your reality. It's all a matter of perception and perspective. Look within your beingness. Allow yourself to take a deep breath here. And as you release the breath, again, fall in love with that calm and peace. Become more entertained by the quiet and observe firsthand just how quickly you fall into this ocean and womb of bliss and warmth. For it's the love we already are that is naturally expressed. It's the aroma of your pureness is that which is witnessed. Fall in love with this calm, with this peace. Surrender and let go of everything else trying to distract you. Pay it no attention. And if you notice the inner space becoming more chattery and disobedient, recognize that it is just the coyote, the fox, the cunning trickster that is the ego, the mind, trying to distract you, trying to test you to see if you really are dedicated to that which is in your heart. Mm. Allow it to unfold. Pay no attention to anything else, but simply remain as you are. The beauty of this practice is you're already doing it. So much so that we can call this the practiceless practice. For all it is doing is paying attention to that which is already present, being aware of that which already is. And that is the beauty of these happenings, and these unfoldments, and these recognitions. Is unlike everything else in this waking state. This avenue of being and recognition arises from within us. There is nothing externally that is done, but rather a welling up and a radiant light that shines from us. Which brings us back to this aspect of nothingness. Literally, no thing. One cannot pluck an emotion or a thought from the inner space and present it just as we hear it and experience to the external world. This realm of the intangible is nothing. Nothing in which the physical body can conceive, in the ways in which we look upon one another as we explore and adventure in this playground. But the fundamental nature is simple. When you look within and it is empty, that is because you yourself are home. There's no need to seek externally for such peace. Even those in that realm of the plant medicine or psychedelic explorations come to recognize that it all provides a peek behind the veil, but you yourself are already here. But the waking state we forget. We get caught up in these temporary distractions and happenings. So we seemingly lose the peace. This recognition of emptiness, of calm, of nothingness is but the ground of your being. Love. For what is love but openness? And in order for love to simply be, it must remain as it is. It's this full-on acceptance and surrender and letting go that allows everything to pass through to a point where we can finally be as we are. There's nothing that's holding you back, but beliefs, but thoughts adhered to. And in truth, more often than not, the mind creates a mountain out of a molehill. For you can never lose this peace. You can never lose that in which you are. So fall in love with that which is. That silent witness, that knower. That divine light in which you are. When you hear the next tap of the singing bowl, allow yourself to take a nice deep breath in, drawing in all that love and peace in which you're irradiating and marinating in. And as you release your exhale, transform it into a gentle yet powerful Om. As you dedicate your heart to the remembrance of such calm and peace that is you, so that you may remain in this ground of detachment to experience this effortless flow of being at all times, with that love shining and radiating from your heart eternally. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. Thank you so much for tapping in. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to smash that like, share, subscribe, do all the good YouTube things. But most importantly, there's nothing stopping us from witnessing and experiencing life from this state and recognition of emptiness, of nothingness, of no thingness. And if you can, remind yourself that as much as you can throughout the day. And just observe how much more detached you become. There's nothing wrong with this detachment, because when we're so caught up in the intimacy of the waking state, we get tossed about. But the more you fall in love with that calm and the quiet, the less chatter and feedback you receive externally. And this is what allows the heart to really open up and flow, to sail by the heart, as I like to say. Because when you're living in that tensionless state, when you are that peace and calm, expression is effortless. It just flows through you. You are the flow itself. Again, the most important thing to remind yourself is that you are already that in which you seek. But are we really giving our own affection of awareness the right focus? Are we caught up in the temporary chatterings of the mind, the welling up of the emotions, the randomness of the sensations of the physical body? Or are we always remaining in that knowing of the heart? Are we reminding ourselves those peaks behind the veil in which we've experienced through these subtleties and very regular happenings of the waking state, like sleep or being in the zone, the flow state, as mentioned previously? I'm excited for you if you made it this far, because the stuff you're tapping into is liberation itself. Enlightenment, ascension, unfoldment, it doesn't matter what you call it. It really doesn't. Because it's all about self-knowing. Asserting your true position again, reminding yourself what we are. It's that re-remembrance that we are in this play. And the liberation comes from just letting go of all the tension. And when you're not enamored or attracted to those temporary happenings within you, when you're no longer addicted to the drama and the tensions and all those energies that you observe, then we can really say life begins. Because it comes back to the initial question here. Who are you before you are named, before you receive these conditionings? Find out. It's super fun. And with that, I got to say, I love you so much. And as always, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed. And in that seed, may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment. For a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace. To all whom ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. I love you so much. Thanks for tapping in. I'll see you Sunday. Take care. Peace.